Hi to, I'm a little late on this. Hi to Sean, Dog Developer, Sherry, and T Murdoch. Thanks for watching, guys.
All right. Yeah, so I'm going to close out the RGL block here with some Contra. No need to introduce everybody. We've all been sitting here the whole time.
Yeah, that's
so
it, seriously.
Let's just get to it. Let me reset this again just to make sure. And then I'll give you a countdown on, it's like gain of control, so I'll do my best to make it work.
Time begins after Dikembe.
So 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice. That was a good time. All right, Contra, ladies and gentlemen.
So, like, just everybody cross your fingers and pray that the first boss doesn't kill me.
Seriously.
That's basically all I really need to happen. Any other mistakes after that are my own fault, but that's one thing I really can't control. I just have to hope I don't get killed by the first boss. If that does happen, I mean, I can still finish the game, but I won't have spread for a while, and I'll lose a full minute in time, so we'll see what happens.
For those plus RNGs in chat.
Yeah.
So he'll still basically beat almost everybody else with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So there's not much to say about the first stage. I just want to make sure there's no trolls in my way. I want to get this laser out of the way here.
This run should take about 30 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I heard one time.
Dikembe, please. Oh, yes! Dude, that match.
All right,
He was
so
out for
we're in there.
blood.
Let's get some spread rhythm going here. Hopefully I can showcase it. This first room is the hardest place to do it. Got some. It's always a good start.
Yeah, so not only does he have to mash quickly, but he has to mash it at the right rhythm in order to maximize the bullet count on screen, which obviously will destroy these walls faster.
Yeah, technically they're frame perfect inputs, but since you're kind of just mashing anyway, chances are you're going to end up hitting on some of them. These rollers make rhythm pretty free, so you'll see there's a nice little setup here. I can just crouch and get it off of it like that. And then I'm just going to carry that into the next room since it's pretty good.
Look at those tomatoes. I mean, that's beautiful.
Go for a quick kill on this boss here.
Yeah, you want to take out these, what are those things?
Just like the little hit points, basically.
Barriers,
Look how quick
yeah.
that ball goes down. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you take out those barriers all in one movement to the right, so then you can time your jump to start shooting the eyeball part, and you lead it with your bullets and just take it out. And that was very nicely done by Lynx. Yeah.
The Lynx is going to jump in a very specific pattern here to try to get what's called a ledge skip coming up here. His movements are all very precise right now, and there it is.
Nice.
And then I'm going to continue to do very specific jumps the rest of the way up as well.
Right, to try to
It's
get
going to be a secondary ledge skip.
And what that first one did, it allowed him to get that B later on, and so he can basically just come right on up here and not have to worry about anything aside from his jumping he's trying to hit.
Normally it runs out. If you get it on that fire bridge, it would have run out by now. But he gets to keep a little bit longer.
There's the second skip.
Nice.
All right, so we got double ledge. Lynx looking for one tickle here. He's going to take out both of these arms real quick.
Gonna jump right then when he gets to the left post, and then
and jump again. And
yes,
no problem.
I mean,
making it look easy.
I mean, it's
gentlemen.
Lynx, you know. Like,
Yeah, world record holder for a reason.
Yeah, world record holder right here. So in Contra, so that's saying something.
This is the most important stage in the speedrun for sure. The rhythm really comes into play here, as well as trying to get a glitch kill on the boss, which I'll go for, but I'm certainly not going to promise it's going to happen. But
he'll get that pseudo one cycle, no problem.
This is pretty good pace, though.
Good lord, look at that.
Nice.
That was beautiful.
Man.
This is the only room you don't want to get spread rhythm in. You're just going to time 2 bursts of bullets like this. And I actually messed it up, but still. Lost like 0.3 seconds for that. And this game will tire out your arm with the way that I'm mashing. I can only do like 2-hour sessions and then I need to call it quits. I actually hurt myself. I couldn't play the game for about a month one time, so be careful if you're doing the vibrate mashing in this game.
Yeah, I also got a physical injury from playing, speedrunning Contra, so.
Ideally, I want to do this room in 2 jumps, and it just took me 4, so that's pretty disappointing. So I'm going to try to do this glitch kill. It's pretty tricky. It's a frame perfect thing. Didn't get it. No surprise there. That's okay. 3 cycles is pretty free as long as you know how to move.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. What he went for was very, very difficult.
So a lot of people call this level the troll field, and for good reason.
Yep, troll field.
The Mochila guys, as TMR calls them, the backpack guys, they kind of just show up whenever they feel like. If you do play this game too many times like I have, you do kind of get used to their trolley patterns, although there are a couple that really you can't stop, so hopefully none of those pop up, but we'll see what happens. It's a really tough jump there that is sometimes frame perfect. Sometimes you have a 2-frame window. Either way, it's really not worth going for most of the time. It saves literally, I think, 0.2 seconds at the most, so I'd rather not kill my runs there. We're going to come up on these tanks, which recently I saw somebody shared a pretty funny pointer where it says the best thing to do is to just die and run through with your iframes. But obviously, you know, you just get point blank and mash them down. They die pretty quickly, even without a spread gun. You can just kind of crouch with the pea shooter. So I'm going to do it again on this one. You'll notice I run in pretty early and even touch the spikes before the tank's gone. The hitbox is non-existent once it starts exploding, so save a few frames doing that stuff. I'm going to do some pretty tricky jumps right here. Hopefully they work. There they are.
Nice.
I play it a little safe on the third one and jump straight up for just a couple frames and then move to the right so I don't die. 50% chance this gal spawned on the right. There it is.
Nice, dude.
That's good.
Very clean there all the way through.
Alright, so we're coming into the energy zone. This stage can make or break runs because of the global timer that starts at the beginning of the game. Controls when the flames are going to shoot out. Ideally, middle flame is what people usually want. I actually prefer a top flame pattern where you can do a pause buffer strat to get rid of the flames. It's technically a little bit faster, but it's really dangerous. But that's what I always hope for in my runs. We'll see what kind of pattern we get though. Not the good top flame pattern, that's the slow one. So no pause buffer trick. So I'm losing like 2 seconds to that global timer. That's a pretty bad one. Alright, so get through that.
Yeah, beautiful right there.
And it's not any faster to grab the barrier on this stage. You end up losing time, so better to skip it and just run through this whole part. Coming up to the worst boss in the game in a lot of ways. This guy has really trolled me out of some good paces.
JJ.
Oh. Went for it.
Yeah, he went for it.
Alright,
He almost
there you
got
go.
it, too.
Yep.
Like,
What a
just
jerk.
ramming it in
That
there.
sucks, because that was deathless up to that point.
Yep.
I'll lose about 6 seconds on Hanger, I think, without having the spread initially if I don't do anything wrong. We'll see what happens. It's a good pattern, but it doesn't matter when I don't have spread. Because these are also on global timers, and so your movement through the stage can determine what claw patterns you'll get at the next parts based on the first claw pattern you see. But since I had to hesitate anyway without the spread there, I'm going to have to stop there. So zip up onto this part. Get this barrier, makes this part very free, very relaxing.
Very relaxing. Just cruising.
Yeah, you're just cruising now. Don't have to worry about anything. There's a spread down here, so I'm going to shoot down at it when I jump here. And I'm going to kill this wall by running into it. Play that a little bit safe since I don't have the R.
Yeah.
Stop
Still
there.
pretty daggone clean though. Oh, nice duck there. That part can be a little tricky. You have to have very quick reactions, and pretty sure Lanks has some of the quickest I've ever seen.
Alright, so we're at the aliens lair already. This is
Pretty-
still pretty good
pretty good
pace.
Yeah, it's going to be a real good time.
Yeah. Was it like 10-10 or something?
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
Low 10, sure.
So even though I don't have the R, everything here is pretty straightforward. Just gotta get this M out of the way. Grab the B for safety. You don't even necessarily entirely need it, because usually you just end up shooting all these guys anyway, but comforting, you know. This is the only stage in the game where, as long as you keep moving, every enemy does exactly the same thing. You never have to worry about anything too weird. Occasionally, the last little one of these weird cotton ball spore things, these mouths shoots out, can kind of act up, but I've hardly seen it happen.
Yeah, this is kind of like the victory lap. You know, you get here, you just kind of running through the level pretty much. You know, pretty much going to get the same outcome every time.
So there's going to be 4 spiders that run at me, and I'm going to shoot at one on the ceiling. Luckily, it didn't come down because I didn't kill it. And then it's going to match the heart down. And time is when I lose control. Time.
Nice.
10-08. Still pretty good with a death.
Jesus. That is crazy.
And as always with Contra, you can consider yourself a hero, but you're not. That's pretty much how that goes. But yeah, thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for having RGL.
Thank you, SpeedGaming.
SpeedGaming has been awesome. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. That wraps up the
Hey,
RGL
thank
block.
you, Lanks, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, guys.